So today was another full day of excitement in trading our pairs. And so what we have right now, if you are able to see this and notice it, is that we have this pullback that occurred, which is right above the breakout area. So it came right back down to the breakout area, that 104.25 area. Is the important area. This is the critical area. This is the area that needs to continue to hold. For if this area continues to hold, then we can have the continued price action that we've been able to see. If that area does not hold, then we will have a breakdown that occurs here as price makes its way back down to weekly open. So as it makes its way back down to weekly open, again, this was a very nice move that was able to be capitalized on, pullback that we saw as far as this pullback occurring, and then the news confirming this pullback, and we knew what levels needed to hold. We knew what levels, when those levels broke down, what to expect next. So none of this came as a shock to us, and that's why the way that we show you guys how to look at this is just from a consistent standpoint, from a solid framework, from a solid standpoint, so that you can capitalize on what's taking place. And so with this trade idea, as far as for the dollar, what you have here is you have the opportunity, again, to for the news that we have tomorrow, because we do have major news being reported tomorrow with the PPI numbers, as well as the Michigan consumer sentiment numbers coming out. So with both of those numbers coming out, and then even with the response that we got from today, we could get a bounce from here, or we could get this pulling back into weekly open, maybe back even into this trend line that we've seen become a major factor, where it was a trend line of rejection, and then price got above it. And then once price got above it, there was a extremely strong breakout once price was able to get above this trend line, and then breaking out of this minor quarter level of 104.250. So with that, that's what we're seeing for the dollar index. Again, we could get a further breakdown on the news. So the level that we are watching is 104.250. That's the same level that we talked about as far as when price started to drop today. We said that this 104.250 needed to hold. That is the level that has indeed held during this time. And so now we're watching this to see if we can continue to get this hold to hold up. And if we can, then what we'll have is we'll have bullishness with the UC as well as the UJ. If this does not hold up going into the weekend, then we will get bearishness for those, as far as bearishness for this idea, and bullishness for these other dollar pairs. So for the UC idea, we see here, again, holding weekly open. So this is going to be the critical area here for this price action, as far as holding this weekly open. So that 134,588. And then for the UJ idea, it's going to need to get back above. So getting back above that 150 mark. So that 150 mark needs to it needs to get back above that. But as long as it continues to hold that 149,750, then it should be good to go. If we're looking at the bullish momentum, we do have 126 being touched here. Again, we want 126 here. And then once we're able to secure 126 here for the GU idea, then that's when we can get that continued move up, because this one is still down for the week. We have for the EU idea, it made it back above, shot through the major quarter level. So that 107,500 level is very important, and it broke through that area. So now, again, came up and was able to touch weekly open, but was immediately rejected after. But it's still been working its price action going back up to the weekly open, as well as now for the AU idea, after multiple touches of the weekly open, now it is holding above the weekly open and looking to finish the day in just that same manner, in just that same way. And we also have this major wildcard area of 65 cent. We have that area that price has broken above, and it's going to need to continue to hold that area. And last but not least, we have the NU idea. So with this NU idea, right now it is above that 61 cent area. So with it being above 61, the next level for it will be that 61,250. If it is able to get above and make it to that 61,250, it then will need to hold on to that, as it has touched that area before, but it has not been able to hold on to it. So the next shoot for it, the next level that it's looking for, if we get a bearish dollar going into the weekend, is for this one to be able to make it back above that 61,250 area. And so that's what we're looking at for our trade ideas. That's what we're seeing for these ideas. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions. We always love taking your questions and answering those as we help you to get consistent profitability in these markets.